I am so excited for today's favorites video because these are products that I've been using for 3 weeks straight. Like, these are tried and true. So you guys know I was in Spain for the majority of January, and I fit all of my beauty products in this old Kylie Cosmetics bag. And I just fully believe that the makeup that you bring with you to travel says a lot about the products and how much you love the products. And not only do I love these products that I brought with me, but I loved my makeup when I was in Spain. So this is the most easy favorites video ever because I didn't even unpack my makeup bag. I literally am replicating a look that I wore pretty much every single day in Spain, and I loved it. I'm sharing with you my favorites. I mean, these have been used for 3 weeks straight, so that should tell you something. I'm sharing my standouts from the bag that I used these last 3 weeks. I mean, there's some products that I didn't use as much that I brought, not showing them, only showing you the ones that I loved to be really quick to apply, but have like a big impact in the overall look and how fresh and awake it made me look, you know? So starting off with body care though, because I cannot be stinky when I travel. It's a long flight to Spain. We had a layover as well, so big travel day. So Lumi traveled the globe with me, and a quick thank you to them for sponsoring this portion of today's video. Lumi was invented by OBGYN Shannon Klingman, and they are clinically proven to block body odor all day, and then it continues controlling BO for like 72 hours, which we needed when we traveled, okay? We get stale. So what I brought with me was their whole body deodorant in the scent Toasted Coconut, which smells so good, and I'm not even a coconut lover, but I love the way that this smells, and it's safe to put anywhere on the body. Oh, and this is so good. For my carry-on at the airport, a small pack of the acidified deodorant wipes. Again, for any part of the body. This is like a must to help not be stinky when you're traveling. And these are flushable. They're super small, great to pop in a backpack. And they're just perfect for a little refresh after sitting for hours and getting stale. And I was thinking these are actually probably really good for the gym too. And then again, same reasons, but even tinier, I brought the whole body deodorant Invisible Cream. So this is a cute little travel size that I kept close to me. So actually right now, Lumi is offering a really great starter pack bundle. That's a solid deal to try the brand. So it comes with a full-size deodorant stick, a cream deodorant tube, or you can try out a spray deodorant. You have the option between the two. And 2 free products like the wipes I just mentioned, or a mini body wash. And then I like when you go through the website, you can customize which fragrances you want as well. And just for my followers, they're offering an extra $5 off when you click through the link that I'll have in my description box and use code MorganT at checkout. And that will be with free US shipping. I think that's over like 40% off. So all of the info will be down in the description box. Again, thank you, Lumi, for keeping me unstinky, along with the passengers who also want to thank you on the plane. Let's go into the makeup look that I did. Now, for all of my regulars who know my favorites by heart, no surprises in this one. I would say, really. I mean, these are some tried and true products, but still, I hope you hang around. You can just hang out, right? For primer, I brought a couple different ones, but the one that I was reaching for 90% of the time, I just can't stop my love for the MAC Hyper Real Serumizer. It's technically a skincare product. The thing with Spain, you guys, is it is so dry. Every time I go to Spain, I get really scaly right here, and my face becomes a little bit painful. This was the time that happened the least amount. Like, I still got a little painful, but it was the least of the other times that I've gone. And I think it's because instead of using like a light hydrating primer, I used a true skincare product to prep my base, and I am attributing it to this guy, which I've been talking about, I've been using regularly, but its true powers really showed when I was in such a dry climate. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. But this is a serum, but it's quite deeply hydrating on the skin, but still feels really nice and lightweight, which is why it's so amazing to apply before makeup. I think it soaks in enough and quick. And honestly, even after doing my skincare routine with moisturizer, like, my skin was still dry. So this was just kind of like a nice breath of fresh air and hydration for my skin when it was time to do my makeup. So this is pricey. I like that they have it in a mini size that I could travel with. It's worth every penny for me. I've been loving this for months and months and months and months. I think I've had this probably for like about a year now. Love it. And when I was doing my makeup in Spain, I was thinking of doing it pretty quick and efficient, but also like using products that make the biggest difference with the most minimal amount of effort. So for reasons of time, I would do my brows next. Rare Beauty eyebrow gel, all-time favorite. Had to bring this with me, and it just happens to be great because it's such small packaging, making it great for travel also. A lot of the items that I brought along with me, I kept in mind their size as well for travel and how they would travel. But thank goodness they still happen to be amazing products. So I just run it through the opposite direction, brush up, and then diagonal. So this video is a little bit different than my other favorites videos because mostly my favorites videos are more so dedicated to talking about the products, but I really wanted to walk you through my look as well, give it more of a tutorial aspect today because my makeup in Spain, I just felt so fresh. And I did, not to toot my own horn, but I did get a lot of compliments in my vlogs as to how I was looking, and this is what I did. So I'm gonna let that dry, and for timing reasons, let's not waste any, let's put on foundation. My love for this foundation was brought to a whole nother level. Now, I knew it was amazing, but I packed my Dior foundation stick with me, and I don't want to say it's my all-time favorite foundation, but like, it's definitely my all-time favorite foundation for travel. One, it's a stick. It's not going to be a mess anywhere. It's also quicker to apply because you don't have to worry about like spreading it onto the face. You just paint it on. And I love this stick foundation because you can get really light natural coverage if you want. You just apply less. It blends out so beautifully. You don't have to worry about it getting patchy. Or, you know, the Spanish people can be fancy. You know, they'll dress up and do all of that stuff. So sometimes I wanted a little bit more full coverage, and I got that versatility with this product. You see how easily that blended out as well? So, blends out beautifully with a brush. Very customizable coverage. Second skin in a stick is the term that I've been using for a while to describe this. This is a repetitive video for what I've already talked about, but isn't that better that way, you know? Then you see I truly am using and loving these products. So anyways, not only does it make my skin look beautiful, not only do I have this custom aspect, but it also is super quick, easy, and mess-free to apply. If you have not yet tried this foundation, it's worth saving up for if you can swing it, you know? It is beautiful. Dior creates the best foundations. And then concealer. I like this one because it's nice and hydrating, and I knew I would need something hydrating while in Spain, so I brought the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Lift and Flex Concealer. And some days when I didn't want to put any foundation on, I would just put dots of this over my face for something really lightweight to even everything out. So this also is really nice all over the face. Just a really sheer light layer of it to even everything out. It has almost like a skin-like finish, so you don't need to wear this with foundation. But today I'm doing one of my more put-together looks, so I'm using it as a true concealer, but I am keeping it light. I don't want to have a bunch of product layered on my skin, which I normally don't have an issue with, but we had long days and nights in Spain, so I'd never wanted my makeup to feel heavy. So just doing that was enough. If I felt like I needed coverage anywhere else, you know, I might have dotted it on. But this is a beautiful skin-like hydrating but still gives very good coverage concealer. Put a little bit on the nose. But I think we're going to leave it at that. I think my skin looks super healthy. And then for blush, sometimes I wouldn't use this, but I think the color is just so pretty for every day. I love the Armani Luminous Cheek Tint in 62. I don't feel all of the colors in this range are created equal, but 62 is a favorite of mine. So I packed with this in mind for days that my skin was feeling dry and I didn't want to put too much powder on my skin, because what this is going to do is it's going to keep hydration locked into my cheek so I don't have to layer too much powder. But really, I just found I was reaching for it simply because I love this color so much, and it does kind of sit down, so it still is good on the longevity front. It's very easy to use as well, very easy to layer if you need to. It's a good universal kind of neutral-ish rosy color, so I could use whatever powder over top if I wanted to set it with a powder blush. But ultimately, I love this color, and it was good for those dry skin days that I wanted to get some color on my cheeks. You see how healthy that looks? Now at this point, my brow gel is all dried, so then I would go in with the Rare Beauty eyebrow pencil. They go good together. And I did the brow gel first because I find that whenever I do my brow gel first, I need less filling in. So I just kind of am going in and filling in the sparse areas and lightly underlining my brow to make it look more clean. Now this is gonna depend on the person and the eyebrow, right? But I like to just extend the tail a little bit, underline the brow to give a cleaner look, and I am a little sparse out in the arches, so I kind of clean those up. And I mean, brows is one of the most important part of a makeup routine because it just makes the face look so much more put together. To set, so I did bring 2 powders with me. Now, for my more full coverage, full beat days, I would use Huda Beauty, but on the daily, my love mostly went to the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. I like this powder for a dust over the skin. It's pretty untraceable and it blurs. So I like Huda Beauty packed in as a thicker layer, but I actually like the Laura Mercier as a lighter layer. So I would say the Laura Mercier got used more. So I'm just getting it on my brush, making sure it's not too heavily packed. Again, very dry. I didn't really want to pack it on too much, but I did want my makeup set to last because typically we were having very long days. Just for a light dusting all over the skin. There we go, really healthy, really untraceable. Now for the rest of my skin, for the rest of the powders, I brought along an Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit palette with me. You guys know these are my favorites. I carry it in my carry-on. This is an older one. They always have different ones out. You can use any one and be happy with it. I just brought really loosely soft, big, fluffy brushes, and I used, you know, the bronzer in here just to get a little color on the outskirts. I wasn't too focused when it came to my makeup on the bronzer blush highlight part so much. I just wanted my skin to look really healthy. And these Hourglass powders are perfect because they're super light. They're not going to dry out the skin. They blend out super quickly and easily and blend into each other. This is my favorite powder of all time for the face, right? So I brought it with me because I knew it would be great for this easy, effortless look. Just take a little bit of a blush, pack it on. This doesn't make the skin look dry because these have a natural glow because they are like a baked formulation. And then just to finish everything up, I'm taking the finishing powders and kind of blending them together. And so this kind of finishes off the face, the skin, blurs. I love my Hourglass palettes. You know that. I brought one with me and it was just perfect to finish off the look. I didn't need to worry about packing separate blushes and bronzers. I had it all in that one. And then for longevity, of course, I brought a little mini Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray. This really does help makeup last longer. So let's give this a good set. Gotta refill this. I get these little guys in the Sephora Favorites kits that you always see me buying. And then I can refill them. So I like it for that. So at this point, super happy. My skin looks amazing. I brought the best of the best for a reason. Now for eyes, this trip I kept the eyes most of the time very, very simple. I'm not even putting on any primer or anything. I'm just brushing out, rubbing out whatever concealer I can to kind of even everything out. I went so simple with the eyes. You're going to be so underwhelmed. It was between these 2 palettes that I was going between. I would say the main one that I used, of course, was the Viseart Pro Matte Neutrals palette. It has every color that I need. But I also brought along the mini Glam palette from Natasha Denona, mostly due to the shimmers, or if I didn't want to open up that big palette. This has an eyeliner, a crease shade, and a lid shade. So I did different things every day. You do know I am the queen of liking options. So it is difficult for me to wear the same products every single day. I find it so uninspiring. So I would try to shake up what I did with my eyes while still keeping it really minimal. I'm deciding which one I want to use today. I think I'll go in and show you what I did with the Natasha Denona palette because this is so tiny and it's also cheaper if you're into it. So I would do the most basic, just something to get a little bit of definition in the crease so that my eyes still stand out, just like that. Wouldn't even put anything underneath, maybe just like a little shadow if I was feeling it. And then I wouldn't even use like a shader brush. I would use something super duper soft, even the side of a blending brush. And I just would put a little bit of this shimmer all over the lid. Sometimes I wouldn't even use eyeshadows. I would just use my Hourglass palette with the blushes and the highlights. Let me show you bronzer. So this is the crease color, and then this would be my lid color. So it kind of depended on how quickly I wanted to get out of the house. But this Natasha palette is perfect for really natural, quick makeup looks. I do want to show you actually. This bronzer, so pretty in the crease. You see that? It also really brought some harmony between the shades I use in my face onto the eyes. And then, angled brush, dark brown shadow. Press it onto the lash line. I mean, I feel like I can get my eye makeup done so quickly now when I do looks like this. Just press it. Doesn't get any easier than that. And then give her a little wing. But that's just because I can't help it. I need to have a wing. The millennial in me needs that little bit of oomph to draw some attention to the eye. And in some cases, I would just take a small brush and even soften it. Like that. And that was my eye makeup really for the most part. Depending on which palette I used. Sometimes I would have an all matte eye with this. Sometimes my liner would be black. But generally speaking, crease color, light shimmer, and then liner. Shiseido lash curler is key, you guys. At least for me, this is my favorite lash curler. Get a nice curl in my lashes. And I put in effort with my mascara. I brought some Ardell Wispies and I didn't use falsies a single time. I just used a tubing mascara. I brought along with me the Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara. Now, why I love this for travel is because it's so easy to take off at night. You just get a little bit of water and it comes off in tubes. I don't know, I'm lazy, I'm on vacation. I don't want to spend time taking off my makeup. So I brought this one, and also I feel like tubing mascaras hold a curl better. They are waterproof, and they do a better job of separating and lengthening the lashes, depending on the mascara, but that's how I feel this one does. And you know what, for me, going for something more natural, I do want my lashes to stand out more. And since tubing mascaras hold a curl longer, it's great because when you curl your lashes, it makes the lashes more visible, therefore making the need for falsies much less. So it was all part of the major grand plan when I was packing, so I wouldn't feel the need to spend time putting on falsies. Like, look at that. And then I'm gonna go through after my lashes dry and recurl to get that final lift, putting on the final coat on the lower lashes. And now we let this dry, and I'll let the curling do all of the work. I'm not gonna put too much time in where I don't need. So I just took a break because Natasha Denona just launched her new blushes. I just made an order for them. So that gave enough time for my lashes to dry. Get one final press in here to lift these lashes up so that they're nice and visible. Sometimes they will get clumped like this. You just take a little brush, separate them. But that just gives so much lift to the eye. Shout out to tubing mascaras. Now the biggest category that I have for favorites are lips of these last 3 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items, 4 full lip colors. The lip liner. My #1 favorite lip liner that I used it almost every single time. The Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in Love Trap. It's just like my lip color, my natural lip color, but better. So that's why I use it. I feel like it gives such a natural flush to my lips. Well, no, not a natural flush, but it makes my lips so much bigger looking without being crazy. Because pretty much with this as my base, I can put any lip color on top. And you know, I love, love, love the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner formula. Why did I just go so crazy there? It's just so natural and pretty, and then you can put whatever you want. So for like matte colors of my lips, just in general, not these last few weeks, but in general, I'm into like a bolder pink that's still wearable, but adds so much life and color to my face. So I brought 2 different formulas, one being a liquid lipstick for more longevity, and then one that I can reapply. So they're both drugstore too. So sometimes I would wear Milani Stay Put Liquid Lip in the shade The Moment. Let me show you what this one looks like. You see, it's a bold pink. It definitely has more color than my natural lips, but it's not like bright pink. Or if I wanted something that would wipe off easier, the Maybelline Super Stay Ink Crayon in the shade Stay Exceptional. Is that the name? Or I don't know. Stay Exceptional. And they're very, very close to one another, just different formulas. This is a little bit more mauve-y. But you know what? First, I will put both on for you. I wanted to show you this combo with Love Trap, and then if I wanted like a brighter, warmer lip, I would wear the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm in Poppy. So I'm going to put this on because it's easier for you to see, because it's easier for me to take off. So this is for more of a bright look, but really natural still. You see what I mean? Like it adds a little bit of warmth, but why this is great is because my lips were so freaking dry in Spain. This kept them hydrated. So I would wear that one. Or if I wanted to go more mauve-y, I also have the Rhode Peptide Lip Tint, also very hydrating, in the shade Toast. I would say I use the Summer Fridays more, but I want to show you what this one looks like. This one's more neutral. Or I would layer this one over the lip colors I'm about to show you. But this was kind of my everyday quickie little lip combo. The lip liner in Love Trap and one of these butter balms. But for days that I wanted more color, more intensity, more longevity, it was all about these 2. So let me show you the liquid lip in The Moment first. So this one has more longevity because it's a matte liquid lipstick. Like you see how pretty and bright that is? It just adds a nice focal point to the look. Or if I wanted something that was easier to reapply, here's the Maybelline. And this one has more purple to it. When you use your finger to blend it in, it's going to last longer. So the Milani's brighter, and then the Maybelline is a little bit more toned down. So I would alternate between those 2. I'm kind of feeling the Milani today. I'm going to do that over the whole lip. And boom, this is the look that I was rocking all of the time that I was in Spain. Along the realm of this, of course. I did some other looks to shake it up a bit. But generally speaking, this is the look where I just felt super put together. I felt like I looked fresh, I looked awake, I had some nice color to my face, and I stand by and recommend all of the products that I mentioned in today's video. I loved them. I loved having them with me, and I just feel like they helped contribute to my skin looking good and all of that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will have all of the products that I talked about today linked down below. And again, a huge thank you to Lumi for working with me on today's video. I will have the link down below to their new starter pack bundle. Again, free US shipping, and you get an extra $5 off when you click through the link and use the code MorganT at checkout. So I hope you guys enjoy that as well. I really think you will. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys, have a good one.
It's delicious.